Hello, everybody. Welcome to the GEST model. We're going to talk today. I'm going to explain how the GEST model works. Basically, we're going to reinforcing the front lines to save you from the red lines. That's our goal today. It all starts from the front lines. First, I want to remind you, this too shall pass, but in the meantime, there's the meantime. We're stuck in the meantime right now. It's not fun, but we will get through the meantime. So how do we just survive the meantime? Well, first thing, we don't panic. We're going to face the facts. We're in a bad situation right now, but there are solutions, and I'm going to offer you one today that will give you the results of increased revenue, increased employee satisfaction, and out of this world guest service satisfaction. And I can promise you this. I know what you're thinking. Who is this lady? Let me introduce myself. I'm going to tell you my life story in 1 minute because I don't want to take up too much time on this, but I do want to tell you a little bit about my background so you know where I'm coming from as I explain this model and how I incorporated it. So I actually started my life in Orlando, Florida, the year Walt Disney World was created. My first job was at Shamu's Emporium selling stuffed Shamus. My college job was working pool deck, selling $100 kits of Panama Jack suntan lotions. And I was actually one of the original studio guides for Universal Studios Florida, as well as one of the original game show hosts for Game Lab at Nickelodeon Universal Studios Florida, which led to me traveling the country for Nickelodeon, hosting shows. I racked up the frequent flyer miles. Now, in 1996, I said I needed change from working at Universal Studios Florida and Nickelodeon, so I moved to Los Angeles, where I started working for Universal Studios Hollywood and Nickelodeon. That went well for a time, but 2004, I decided I was going to venture into the world of attractions. I opened Revenge of the Mummy as a seasonal supervisor. That worked out so well. They offered me a full-time position as a supervisor at the front gate, and that worked out so well. I became manager of front gate sales for Universal Studios Hollywood, which is where I was when I left the park in 2010. Stop the clock. That's my story in a minute. Now, I want to show you something, though, really quick, because this is this is going to set up the rest of the talk here. Right here, you see my business card when I left. There's something interesting about my business card. It says I was manager of front gate sales. Now, normally you would think that would mean I would be in the sales and marketing department, but notice it says I'm working for theme park operations. So this job was kind of a hybrid between sales and marketing and the operational area of the front gate. Let me explain a little more about this job to you. So as manager of front gate sales, in 2005, senior leadership made a monumental decision. They saw all these people standing in line here. See them? They're all standing in line, taking their pictures. They're ready to go into the park, spend their money. But right now, they got their wallets ready to go. Most of them, I will tell you, have coupons, and they want to get in at the best possible price for a one-day ticket, nothing more. Well, senior leadership said, what about if instead of the person taking the money, what about if they weren't just an operational person doing a transaction? What if we had trained sales associates in there who, once they got to the point of sale, were able to upsell them to a front of the line pass, maybe an annual pass, possibly an all-you-can-eat pass. So what they decided to do was they wanted to change the front gate from an operational culture to a sales culture. They needed someone to kind of drive the ship in here with the front lines. So that one person was me. My job was actually created specifically for me, manager of front gate sales. Well, my job was to train, motivate, coach, and set goals for the ticket sellers. So I trained them on the guest models. I had to do all kinds of sales contests. I would go in daily to coach them and make sure that they were meeting the expectations that we had and they were incorporating the sales models that we need. And then I would give them daily goals. I would set daily goals for them to achieve. So again, I developed the GEST model for upselling, which is guest experience sales transactions. I'm going to explain that to you in just a minute. And eventually I turned the whole area into a high performing sales operation. And this paid off in spades because in 2008, financial crisis hit. Dun, dun, dun. However, because we had incorporated the GEST model and we had at this point a really highly trained sales force out there, attendance was down for sure, but sales were not. We had one of our highest revenue years that year at the front gate, as a matter of fact. Employee satisfaction were also record highs for the area, as well as guest satisfaction. And to drive it all home, this area that was upselling to all these people coming to see them was #1 in mystery shops consistently throughout the park. So what does this mean? Well, it means that people were happy to give us money and we were happy to take it, especially during the financial crisis. So what's the solution? How is this going to help you? Well, let me go over how this whole thing works. First of all, change starts on the front lines. I was in charge of the frontline employees. Now let me kind of go over here. See this line of people standing here? This is me standing in line to go into Trader Joe's this past weekend. That line was a half an hour long for me to just go inside and spend money. Can you believe it? Why did I wait a half an hour to go into Trader Joe's when I could just walk right into Walmart? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I love the Trader Joe's experience. There's nothing like it. They've got the best products. There's the Hawaiian shirts are great that they wear. Plus their experience they give me with their customer service is amazing. In fact, what you don't see here is there is actually a lady walking the line in her Hawaiian shirt, talking to people, making them feel comfortable, asking them questions. So here's the thing, your bottom line starts on the front line. So this person working the line, this frontline employee, kept me standing in line because I said, oh, okay, she's here. She's going to take care of us. They care about me. I care enough. I'll stay. Now also, while we were standing in line, it occurred to me, oh no, I hope they have what I'm looking for. Because as I mentioned, there's very specific products that Trader Joe's has that other people don't have. One thing on my list that I had to come home with, or else my son would have my head on a platter, were JoJo's. Now, what are JoJo's? If you don't know, they are Trader Joe's knockoff of Oreo cookies, but they're delicious. So when the lady came to talk to me, the Trader Joe's associate, I asked her, I said, what if you don't have what I'm looking for? Can I have somebody go and see if they have it in the stock room? She said, yeah, no, not a problem. You know, what I'll do is I will go inside right now and check and see if they have what you're looking for. And if they don't have it, I'll check and see if it's in the stock room, and then I'll make sure it's out there so you won't even need to go to the trouble of doing that. Wow. That's exceptional guest service. Here's the thing, people are going to be willing to put up a lot of inconveniences if they know that they are valued. Did I feel valued at that moment? Absolutely, I did. That's exceptional guest experience. People are, right now, people are going to be asked to wear masks. They have to social distance. They are stressed out, so they don't want more stress. So that's why an exceptional guest experience is going to be essential, not just for this person or that person or that person. Every person standing in this line deserves that exceptional guest experience because they took the time to stand in line and they're expecting that exceptional guest experience. So let's explain the GEST model now. What I learned working in the corporate world was that corporate people love acronyms. So let's explain this acronym here. GEST, experience, sales, transaction. Okay, what does this mean? Well, this is providing the ultimate guest experience within a 2 to 5 minute sales transaction time. Now, let me give you the quick story behind how the GEST model came to play. It actually started, remember way back when I was telling you my life story in a minute, I told you that I sold $100 kits of suntan lotion to people sitting on the pool decks. Well, I will tell you this, I didn't just go up to them and say, hey, how you doing today? Would you like to buy a $100 kit of Panama Jack? They would have gone to the management, complained that I was bugging them, trying to sell them things. They would have been annoyed and they would have given terrible reviews. So how did I end up selling these $100 kits of suntan lotion to these people who really wanted it, but they didn't know they wanted it? Well, I became their friend. I was servicing them. I was giving them towels. I was talking to them. I was learning their kids' names. I was finding out where they were going. I was helping them plan their vacation. I was giving them little insider tips. I was telling them about what's going on with me. We had a nice relationship during that week that they were on the pool deck, and they enjoyed seeing me. They would wave me down, wave, see me. Hi, Kelly, how you doing? Plus, always as I was talking to them, it would come up, how did you get such a great tan? Oh, and then I became the suntan expert. And I never did sell them like the whole kit at once. I started off with the base tan. I was like, okay, well, you need to get rid of this Band de Soleil. It's not going to work. You need to get a good base tan going. And here's what you got to use to get that base tan. So I would sell them a $20 kit of base tan, Panama Jack lotion, whatever that was. Once they had that, I could build off of that. Oh, well, you also want to get the pre-sun enhancer, another $20. Now that we got you a good tan going, let's get you some oil. Let's build that tan. Let's add some oil, another $20. Let's not forget the aloe because we want to heal those burns, another $20. And the after sun lotion, you definitely can't walk away with that, another $20. So by the time they left, they'd spent $100 and they were happy and they were giving me rave reviews. So here's what I learned. Guests want to be sold to, but they don't want to know that they are being sold to. So I was able to bring this model into the front lines when I started training the front lines. So we're selling the product via exceptional guest service. Now here's the difference between me selling suntan lotion on the pool deck and the guest model. The pool deck, I have a week to learn these people, get to know them. I actually have a day, maybe day or two. I have time to really get to know the people. In the sales transaction, I got 2 to 5 minutes to really get this thing going because I still have to keep the line going. So I need to maximize the relationship in minimal time, okay? And I'm gonna also wanna maximize the information because while I was talking to these people on the pool deck, I was getting great information on where to go with the sale. Now, I only have 2 to 5 minutes to find that out during the sales transaction. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I'm going to offer products based on the information they received. So here's the 7 steps to success for the guest model. First, you want to have an exceptional greeting. That's going to establish the relationship. Then we're going to gather information on where to go with the sale. Best way to do it in the 2 to 5 minute transaction. Hey, where are you guys visiting us from? Immediately that sparks the conversation. People love to tell you where they're from. I've been in the tourist industry forever. People love to tell you where they're from. Even if it's the most boring place in the world, they're happy to tell you about it. And then that tells us that where to go with our order. So we're going to take the order. That's our base tan. That's what we're going to build off of. And then we're going to tell and then ask about the premium product upsell. This is important. We're going to basically pitch the product and then ask them if they want to get the product. Versus the typical way that people learn to sell is they ask them, would you be interested in? And then they cut them off, say no, so they don't even get a chance to pitch that. So we're actually going to pitch the product and then we're going to ask them if they want it. We're going to take the money. We're going to give them a genuine, heartfelt thank you and offer a final suggestion for their experience. That way we totally bring the whole guest experience to a nice, neat model. Okay. So we want to maximize that point of sale opportunity. Again, people have stimulus money. They're ready to spend it. And think about it. They've been cooped up for how long? They're ready to get out and go. So get ready. So upselling is going to be the key here. Now, here's the thing. Once they come there, make sure you have products for them to upsell. If you don't have products, create products, get creative. This is the innovative time to get your people on from research and development. What can we offer that would really enhance this experience for our people? SeaWorld has their animal encounters, which is great. Maybe you can do something with roller coasters. Maybe you can do something, if you're an airline, with an additional experience on the airplane for them. Think about ways that you can really enhance that customer experience that we can upsell, give your people a place to go, and then incorporate the guest model. So let's show you the guest model in action versus just a normal sales transaction with the trying to upsell. Okay, so normal sales transaction. Hello, we're going to be at my ticket booth today. Hello, welcome to Universal Studios. What can I get for you? Okay, your standard greeting, get your base tan. Would you like a front of the line pass? No. Okay, I don't even get a chance to pitch it because I'm asking and then telling. I'm not even having that opportunity to pitch my front of the line pass. Okay, that'll be blank. Thank you, have a nice day. Boom. Okay, versus the guest model. Hi, oh, welcome to Universal Studios. I am so sorry about your wait. I know you're ready to get in there and have fun, so I'm going to take good care of you today. Let's get you going here. That's going to establish my relationship with them. Where are you from? Again, people love to tell you where they're from. This gives me the information where to go. Oh, we're from Ohio. Oh, you're from Ohio. Great. Well, listen, I want you to have a good time today. So I'm going to really suggest you think about getting this front of the line pass because you saw the line you just stood in here. It's going to be even worse in the park. I only have a few left though. Okay. So if you want it, it won't be available later if you change your mind. Blah, blah. Go into my page for my front of the line pass, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to get a front of the line pass? Again, tell, then ask. I pitch the product, then I ask. Take the money and close by asking if there's anything else they need help with today. No? Okay, we're good. Genuinely thank them for coming and offer one last suggestion for them to enjoy the day. Again, you're bringing home that whole guest experience. And thank you so much for coming out here today. I know you're going to have a great time in the park. Listen, I'm going to give you an insider tip here. They've got some filming going on the lower lot right now. So you want to hit the studio tour first because that's not going to happen all day. And you might actually have a chance of seeing Tom Hanks walking in the lower lot today. Whatever. Give him some sort of insider tip. And they are going to feel like, oh, wow, that Kelly's really great. She took good care of us. And that's going to start their day. For the rest of the day, they're going to walk in feeling like $1 million. And then they're going to spend $1 million, hopefully. So here's the thing. The crystal ball. Nobody can see the future, okay? Who would have thought that I would be sitting here on a Zoom training telling you about the guest model in action 3 months ago? I didn't even know what Zoom was. Now it's my major business model. However, I can tell you this, the only way to see the future is to be the future. Now you are filled with all kinds of opportunity. Don't miss the opportunities. Reinforce those employees so that they can be ready to get out there and sell and make your guests happy. Incorporate that guest model. Here's the results you're going to get. You're going to have happy employees, which will lead to happy guests. They're going to spend more money. They're going to tell their friends who will pop over there, start the chain again, return business, and the chain of love continues, ending in all the beautiful fireworks that we all love, okay? Okay, so why does this matter so much to me? Well, this is my son, Liam. When this whole thing happened, he said to me, hey, Mom, am I ever going to get to ride the roller coasters again? Are the theme parks ever going to open again? And I said, yes, Liam, theme parks are going to open again someday. Don't worry, they'll be here. So they mean the world to this little boy right here. And of course, look at him. He's having the time of his life. I'm terrified. So thanks for coming out here today. And I want you to please keep in touch with me. Let me stop sharing this. Stop sharing. Keep in touch with me. Let's get in there. Let's train your people how to use the guest model. And because we're in the virtual world today, I can do it right here from the comfort of my home. You can have all your people come to me. I will get them trained up and ready. Of course, I can also pop on my mask, social distance, and come to you and give you in-person training, whatever it takes. Let's get in there. Let's do this thing. Let's make sure that you can get through this with increased sales, increased employee satisfaction, and out of this world guest results. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I look forward to working with you. Bye-bye.